Today's Living Local Carolina on News 13 was sponsored by AIM Acupuncture and Integrative Medicine.
Hey everyone, my name's Taylor and today we're here with Mr. James. Thank you for talking to us today, Mr. James.
You can just call me Jim.
Just Jim. Okay, I'll call you Jim. Anyway, the first thing I want to know is what brought you to AIM?
Well, I had neuropathy, or have neuropathy, and my wife, I said, this is just getting worse and worse, and she said, we need to do something about that. So she discovered the internet and everything. Of course, we've been on the internet ever since the internet was the internet, you know. So she discovered the internet. No, she's not a Gore. I think he discovered it from what he said. But she said, there's this company called AIM. They can help this neuropathy get better. I said, well, we probably ought to do something about it then. So that's how I'm at AIM.
That's what brought you here. Now,
Yes.
Did she notice some things changing with you? Did she notice your change in your physical, I guess, aspect?
Well,
or did you notice it first?
I noticed it, and of course I told her, I said, you know, my hands feel like I have needles in them, and my feet the same thing. Other than that, and I've talked to my doctor from time to time. Well, there's not a whole lot thing you can do about it. You just have to live with it. I said, well, will it get worse? He said, well, it could. So that's why my wife looked into it, and that's why I'm here.
Well, good, because I know here at AIM, they don't settle for just living with anything. If you know Dr. Weber, I'm sure she's even told you, nope, we're not settling for that, because I think across the board that other patients have also heard that same exact statement.
Now, has it gotten any better? Yeah, it's gotten better. The thing I didn't want it to get any worse. You know, you never want anything to get any worse. So, yeah, this has certainly helped me in that aspect.
Was there something that you just noticed in your everyday life that there was like physical activity that you were doing and then you realized like, ooh, I can't do this as well anymore?
You know, it's unbelievable. If I had on that flat desk there, or that desk there, that table, a paper clip, just picking it up, I couldn't do that.
Really?
Yeah, and I got a bunch of stuff I was going through just yesterday, had paper clips on it, and there probably was 25 or 30 paper clips on it that I took all the papers. I can pick up a paper clip now off that table, no problem.
And it's just the little things like that I'm sure you just overlook and whenever you don't have anything going on, and then you realize one day you can't easily do that anymore. So
Yeah.
I cannot imagine how frustrating that can be sometimes.
Well, the other thing that's kind of really frustrating is when you go to the bathroom and you take a poop and you're wiping yourself, the paper would just fall out of my hand.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Again, an everyday an everyday occurrence.
That's something crazy, you know, and doesn't happen anymore, which is great.
That's good.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, a whole lot better.
Solved.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you said your wife found AIM online,
Yes.
which is great. We love hearing that. We love knowing that people are heading to the website or the Facebook page. So if other people are looking for some kind of relief and not settling for living with it, what would you tell them about coming to AIM? What's the positive about coming here?
I think the positive is it's not going to get any worse. It's probably going to get a whole lot better. And you know, my wife said, well, we need to go that. And I said, I'm a big guy with money. You know, I do options in the stock market. And you probably don't know what options are, but I do hundreds, thousands of them every year.
Oh, wow.
Not that I make any money, but you know, I enjoy doing it. And I said, what's it cost? So I'm a real money man that way. She said, oh, that expensive? She says, yeah. And the other day we were talking, she said, what do you think? I says, it was worth every penny that we invested.
You can't put a price on feeling good,
No,
right?
you can't. You really can't.
Well, that's amazing to hear. And thank you so much for talking to us today, Mr. James. Really
Okay.
appreciate it.
Today's Living Local Carolina on News 13 was sponsored by AIM Acupuncture and Integrative Medicine.